Well, would you believe it? About 800 bills made it to the governor's desk this year, including some that made it just in the nick of time before the midnight deadline. Applause in the state assembly just before 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. Lawmakers beating the midnight deadline to get hundreds of bills to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk. Among the pieces of legislation they approved, a resolution supporting the governor's proposed gun-related 28th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Termed the Right to Safety Resolution, its four main pillars include calls to raise the minimum age allowing people to purchase a gun to 21 years old. It also proposes universal background checks, a multi-day waiting period before the gun is released to the buyer, and a ban forbidding civilians from purchasing assault weapons.
When we talk about taking action, this is what it is. It's starting that conversation to see what we can do, making sure that we have safeguards to protect more and more people.
But making that a reality will be no easy task. Legislatures in 2/3 of all 50 states must first call for a constitutional convention to debate and vote on the proposed amendment, and 3/4 of all states must then approve it. Republican lawmakers are opposed.
It is naive to believe that common sense gun control will stop criminals.
On the issue of homelessness, the legislature formally backed the governor's proposed 2024 ballot measure, asking voters to approve a $6.3 billion bond measure to fund supportive housing and 10,000 behavioral health beds. And on the labor front, lawmakers sent two bills to the governor's desk on minimum wage. The first proposes an increase to $20 an hour for fast food workers at chains with more than 60 locations nationally, and the second proposes an increase to $25 an hour for healthcare workers. Republicans expressing concerns over affordability.
Somebody has to pay for that increase. And at the end of the day, that increases the bills of all those who are already in medical debt. It's coming out of their pockets.
Democrats feel differently.
There's nothing more noble or essential than taking care of people who are sick, and we have to take care of the people who do that work.
For the next month, it will be up to the governor to decide the fate of that bill and hundreds of others that reached his desk.
If you think about it, he's going to, have to average acting on 30 or 40 bills every day for 30 days in order to get through all of them. So it's a lot of work on his part and that of his staff.
And the governor's official deadline to act on these bills is October 14th. At the state capitol, covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.